Hello, my friends. Russell Wright from networkempire.com and themezoom.com, and I'm going to give you another video lesson on the amazing video website silo architecture and also the free plugin called SEO Silo Architecture for WordPress. And I'm focusing mostly on the video version, which is the paid version, which costs $27. You can see that on our website. And the free version you can download and use without video being added to the pages automatically. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Domain Web Studio, and we are now calling it Network Empire Silo Blog Builder. It's really an empire building device that's available as well with your membership at networkempire.com direct to your plugin. You can build really awesome silo structures. I've already shown you the Kraken Automagic technology, and this has never been revealed to the masses before because we've been quietly using it. Even ThemeZoom members don't fully actualize its power, and we've been revealing it with Mike Long and team at OMG Machines, and it started to get a lot of notoriety. So I'm going to go ahead and remind you what I showed you in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and go back and watch it. And in the webinar, we actually showed how Nashville SEO, which is a quick and dirty site. I think it took me about 20 clicks to build this. And what happens is this technology goes out and automatically pulls articles based on your parameters, and not content articles, but the keywords that should be used as the titles. Also pulls the keywords back inside the articles that are optimal based on co-occurrence and latent semantic indexing with the highest cost and the highest traffic. All those decisions made for you, lined up like eggs in a carton. Okay, so this is a very expensive technology that for us to build, and it's pretty affordable now to the public. So if you're interested in that, this will import directly into the plugin as well. And today I'm going to show you another technology available to the Network Empire members and clarify the distinction between Kraken's Automagic Silo Blueprint Builder and Network Empire, the Network Empire Silo Empire Builder. So first, what you would do is you would log into networkempire.com in your members area, and you would go to a location called the members area software, and that's going to be up here on your screen. You can see it. Once you click on that, you'll end up on this page, and you'll see all the software that's available to Network Empire members only. And you can also see on the screen that we have Kraken, which you've already discussed, which is that import function. And we do have packages that include all of our software, and we have one-offs as well. So what we're going to talk about now is the Network Empire DWS is the former name, Lite. We call it NE Lite, Silo Empire Builder. And I'm going to clarify the distinction, but first let's just go ahead and go to the software. It'll be easier to clarify the distinction by just going and logging in. So when you get to this area, you can log in. You'll put in your username and password again. It's the same username and password that you have for your Network Empire members area. And you can see that immediately I have my list of empires that I'm building. This software is a real monster. It's designed to make sure that you organize and clearly define your website empires as per your creation of the silo sites through your plugin, okay, that we're talking about here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the far infrared sauna. This is kind of a fake setup demo area that I have, but it was actually a topic that I'm using for a client. And all you have to do is open it up by clicking on the name of the site. And just as a quick overview, this is really not a sales demo for DWS. We have entire webinars that take over an hour to complete on this training, and people come from around the world to get trained on this at our live certification events. But you can see that there's a quick step process. We tell you that we help you define your web ring so that you know the name. In this case, it's all about far infrared saunas because Ramona's network of sites is all about a far infrared sauna unit that she sells. Then the website building process is you import your keywords, preferably from the last keyword tool, which is also available to members, and it uses LSI, co-occurrence, cost, and pay-per-click traffic. We have probably the most advanced keywords in the world we pull in. It's the most advanced system, and we call it the last keyword tool because it will probably be the last keyword tool standing as Google goes through its changes, and we called it that actually in 2010. When we actually 2009 when we launched. That gives you an idea how long we've known about the changes coming at Google. Okay, the design of your site is the next step, and then you can mark the silo landing pages, the article pages, all of your silo structure for publishing. and then you can build out your WordPress site using the plugin, which is what we're talking about. I'm going to demonstrate how to do that from Network Empire Silo Builder. And then you export that blueprint with the plugin. And of course, later you can purchase any of our traffic building courses and or blog boost technologies, including the 5 iframe punch story flipping technology, all of our curation courses at curationempire.com, RSS, one feed to rule them all. We have so many traffic courses that it's a little bit overwhelming, so I'll avoid getting into those here. All right, so we're going to go to the import my keyword screen. Now, I've already got a silo system already built for you here for demo because I want to keep this quick and dirty. But you can see on the left side, there's a far infrared sauna silo situation, in fact, an entire site already created here. And I created that for you in advance. You can see how the top level folders, far infrared sauna, one of the words is sauna, far infrared sauna therapy, far infrared heat therapy. You can see how portable infrared saunas are all here. And one of the distinctions I can immediately help you clarify between this and our Automagic blueprint from Kraken is that Network Empire Silo Blog Builder allows you to go an extra layer deep, okay? Whereas Kraken is only one layer. You can do your silo landing pages for now, and you can do your articles. Now there is a remedy for that, but it's a little bit more difficult than it is in this software. So if I open this folder, Electro Reflex Energizer, which seems to make a lot of sales. If you look at Amazon, people who purchased far infrared saunas also purchased Electro Reflex Energizer. That's one of the ways I come up with silo landing pages. If I open that, you'll see that there's even a sub-article under that, and Matt has programmed this with Sue to make sure that you can actually go another level deep. So that means inside, when you import this entire structure into your Silo Blog Builder plugin, which we've already got here, here's the site we built in the last video, remember, with the Kraken import. Okay, that means that when you go into your video silo builder or your regular silo builder, if you did not purchase the upgrade, when you see this current silo structure, you can actually go another layer deep. Okay, so for example, when we imported network marketing silo landing page, we have an article in there called MLM prospecting system. I can actually go one more layer deep with that, which is going to utilize the post feature inside your blog, whereas all of these are just using the pages. So we go pages, pages, and then one more will be using posts. You cannot do that with Kraken. Kraken only goes, at the moment, only goes with the page, with the silo landing page and then the article. Okay? That's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. Whereas Domain Web Studio or Network Empire Lite actually goes with the, you can go another layer deep. Now, another distinction is that Kraken does not have the ability to, when you're building one of these, it's very automagic. What I do is I just simply find the most expensive keyword to create my silo landing pages related to whatever it is that I'm selling. And then I literally click the button and Kraken brings back likely articles. And then it's up to me to vote them on or off the island as far as whether it's related to my product that I'm selling on my homepage. Okay? So I either vote it on or off the island depending upon what it is that I'm trying to sell. And that's why this is also really, really great when I'm just creating secondary sites that's designed to drill out, to generate traffic all day long. Whether you're auto blogging, I'll use the A word, auto blogging, or whatever it is that you're doing, this is the fastest way to generate a website silo structure. Also, it's great for domains that you just want to sit around for a while. Okay? So that's the difference. It doesn't have the business rules I'm about to show you. Business rules and filters are going to determine what it is, which keywords get flagged as green on this section under the keyword decisions section. Green flags mean go. It means based on your business rules and the industry and your commissions. If you're an affiliate marketer, we actually have a special business rule for your commissions. And it's going to tell you based on an estimation over on this section, if you see these green dollar bills pop up, that means that this keyword is a go based on the cost of your backlinking within your business parameters as a traffic estimator. It's like this awesome money tree calculator based on your formula and your market, specific to your market. Whereas Kraken doesn't do that. Kraken doesn't tell you based on the number of backlinks, okay, whether or not you should get a green flag for that word. So this is far more you-centric than Kraken. Kraken is giving you an industry-wide, it's basically giving you what is probably gold, a 90% likelihood of gold, and the other 10% you have to weed out. But this is telling you exactly what gold is based on your own business rules and on what you are selling. Okay, so you can see that I've got some leftover keywords that I didn't select for far infrared sauna, and I've kept these under, I think, 10 million competing pages. These are the ones that I want to return. For example, crystals for healing. Let me see. Herkimer diamonds actually came back. Architectural stone came back. These are some things that I imported in my bulk import with TLKT that I'm not interested in because I'm not selling any of these on my site. And this is a primary site. If it was a WR2 site, I might consider them. You can see I've pulled in all the sauna words that I have so far. Okay, you can just filter for sauna and click submit. But what I'm going to do is give you a quick demonstration of importing the keyword data, because I'm going to import it to the blog as a demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over to Kraken. Inside Kraken, I'm going to go back to the vertical online market analysis tab, and I'm using Kraken at this moment as a keyword tool only, because I'm not going to build my blueprint in this for the demonstrations, because I'm using Domain Web Studio Silo Empire Builder, which is a much larger website organizer and builder system. Okay, so I did drill into sauna for my client. You can see it's saunas right here, and it's giving me something like, I have it red flagged because I'm not going to import it into the Kraken blueprint builder. I'm going to export it. You can see that I have some keywords here. There's a whole bunch of them, Mr. Sauna, so on and so forth. And I'm actually going to click the show all keywords function up here, because Kraken's drilled into tens of thousands of keywords and only brought back the most profitable ones. And the most profitable keywords in the sauna industry are above the fold. Okay, meaning if I just want to grab the ones that Kraken is telling me are the most profitable based on the total search market value, I can do that, or I can click the show all keywords, and it's going to bring back a larger pile of keywords based on the 80,000 or so keywords it sorts through for cost, traffic, and co-occurrence. All right. You don't have to know what all this means to take advantage of this. You can see there's a larger, massive keyword list here based on the best possible decisions you can make. And at the bottom, you can export this by clicking the export function. And it's downloading. I don't know if you can see this, but it's actually downloading to my desktop right here. Whoops. Okay, so I got the Chrome browser, so you know what happens when you click download. It's actually going to be downloaded to either my desktop or my downloads folder. And I'm going to grab it real quick and put it on my desktop so we can more easily import it into Domain Web Studio or Network Empire. Okay, now I'm using Kraken as a keyword tool instead of a blueprint builder, which is a common confusion, just to remind you. But I've downloaded the entire initial drill list, what we call the Kraken drill, to my desktop. And in passing, I want to show you that Kraken does give you an amazing semantic relationship using LSI and co-occurrence. So we know that saunas is greater than infrared sauna, sauna steam, and infrared saunas. And Mr. Sauna is parallel to it. And this is helpful because saunas, this tells us which words are most important, just as a visual overview. Okay, so if we go over to back into Domain Web Studio or Network Empire Silo Builder, we can simply go to import keyword data, and right here on the keyword source, you can import from the Kraken VOMA. I have to go ahead and select Kraken VOMA, and it's going to let me import those, except what I forgot to do is select a file. So you got to choose a file from your desktop. And now you get to see how what a mess my desktop is. But I'm looking for the Excel spreadsheet called saunas. Okay, and you just double click on that. And you can see that it's actually saying that the sauna CSV is available. You just click import keywords. Okay, and after you press import, when you come back to the keyword decision screen, you're going to see some of those keywords are just imported, such as infrared saunas, infrared sauna, sauna bath. These are things that I can elect to add to the silo in the left-hand screen and just pull it into the silo because I know this is going to export to the plugin. Okay, And I can put them on any layer of this silo that I want, and I can go deeper than the Kraken silo structure at this time, which is a more automated silo structure system anyways. So if I want to go big, if I want to make a huge authority site that ranks really well for thousands of keywords and even dozens upon dozens of silo landing pages, based on my own business parameters, meaning I know those keywords are related to my conversion rate, to the estimated traffic in the industry on a per keyword basis. That's what this is for. Okay, and if you want to just sort, for example, on all those items that I brought in from the Kraken import, or it could have been the keyword, the last keyword tool import, and you can also create your own data mapping structure for things like Market Samurai, as long as they're around. We don't know how much longer they'll be around, and other keyword tools you can import. Also, you can import one keyword at a time. Back on the import keyword decision screen, plenty of training on that. But you can filter, of course, by the most important data for your blog silo, such as in this case, sauna. I can click if I want to see all the keywords that I just imported from Kraken. You can see that they're all here, infrared sauna, infrared saunas. And I would look and see if I need to add them to my sidebar. Okay, for example, I could also do, I could do the word saunas. Okay, and I could also show the ones that I only brought in from that. Oh, saunas doesn't have anything. But I know that sauna is what I'm focused on. So we'll just use that for a second to demonstrate some of this. There we go. Okay, so here's the items that we brought in. I want to point out something to you that I just love about this particular application. See this right here? This column here tells you whether or not the keyword is an educational keyword or whether that's a money keyword, a buyer's keyword that somebody is looking to buy when they type that keyword in. And I can tell you that this is not a great example because it's a double keyword, meaning it's got saunas on it. But this is educational, and there's a pair of glasses in there. These are things that you'll find on, let's go undo this filter and I'll show you an example of educational keywords. The algorithm runs and tells us whether it might be a Wikipedia term or something that is more people doing research and not really in a buyer's mode. Okay, like here's an example. Unique and unusual is an educational keyword. People are looking for something. Okay. Stress tension, that's a word that somebody might be using in research mode. Okay, so hopefully that's kind of insight into how this works. I'm not even beginning to cover the power of this application. So let's jump right over to, let's say that we've built our silo structure in this application, and please do watch our training videos on how to build out a silo structure. You can see that this silo structure has been built. I've got portable infrared saunas as a silo landing page. I've got portable saunas and portable far infrared saunas as a category. I've got a ton of articles about underneath even some of those. I've got under portable far infrared sauna, I've got light relief infrared therapy, far infrared therapy mat, all of these carefully selected based on my clients' selling methods and what it is that they're selling. Okay, so what you're going to do is go in the next step in the software, moving along that process, and you can see that process right up here. You're ready to, you've already designed your site, and now you want to mark it for publishing. Okay, and then you're going to build the site. So the mark for publishing area is just to make sure that you actually want to add those pages onto your blog XML export. Okay, and here's, for example, you might have an approval process for your team. If you have a globe or a planet next to these items, you can see the status right here. If you've got a globe or a planet next to those items, that means that they are published, and when you click the export function to import into the silo builder, it's going to have it's going to be on that XML. Okay, and if it's not, then you haven't approved it for publishing. Okay, these are all approved. And what's nice about that is you can tell the value of the term, and the supporting article is also listed here so that you remember and know how it's connected. Okay, you can remove an approval as well. Let's say I don't want to approve sauna anymore. Actually, let's go out. Let's say that I'm not into health and healing anymore. I want to get rid of that. Remove approval for publishing, and you'll see that it'll change from the planet, meaning approved, to the other symbol, which is unapproved, the absence of a planet. It's not even a symbol, actually. That's been changed. That's good. So if you don't have a planet on there, it's not going to be approved. Let's go ahead and reapprove health and healing and approve for publishing. You know you've just added that to the blueprint that's going to be imported into your blog. Okay, there it is. Let's go down and see if health and healing's been added. Yep, there it is. Okay, health and healing. All right, now we're going to move on to the next phase because we want to quickly get to our blueprint. You're going to build your WordPress site, export your blueprint. So let's go ahead and look at the WordPress area. Okay, and all we do on this page is we give you the download, the WP Silo Builder plugin. Okay, and we're going to export your blueprint. And now you're ready. Just literally click on this XML, and it's going to download it right to your desktop, just like it did in Kraken. Okay, and you're going to see it probably on my Chrome browser, DWS Blueprint 1565. This is my Silo blueprint. And now finally we get back to the blueprint, and the blog rather. We're going to go ahead and actually use this same demo blog, Multichannel Marketing University, where yesterday I showed you on the Kraken import, we instantly imported about a dozen Silo landing pages and a few dozen articles. Okay. Under Multichannel Marketing University, I want to point out, because beginners always ask me, would I put MLM theme on a domain, an exact match domain called Multichannel Marketing University? No. It would probably be more like MLM University or Multi-Level Marketing University, but this is demo only. So I certainly wouldn't put Sana silos on this demo page. But because I have not set up a demo for Silo blogs, a demo for Sanas in a Silo blog, I'm going to only do this as a demonstration, so beginners, please don't use off-topic Silo topics on domains that are not about the topic that you're importing, okay? Only doing this as a demonstration of how it would work. It's not thematically correct, all right? So another thing I want to point out is that you absolutely can import more stuff from Domain Web Studio in a separate import when you've already imported other items, okay? So let's go ahead and, which is nice because you can change your mind later on. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Silo importer. And you're going to go to the same location that you went to when you imported the Kraken. Okay, the Kraken blueprint. I'm going to leave that. You can leave it as publish or draft. It's really up to you. You can add the shortcode if you want. We'll talk about that in advanced videos. And yes, I want to add videos. So I'm going to go to import the Silo XML format. And I just got to go to my desktop and grab the export from the Network Empire DWS Silo Builder. It's going to ask to see my really cluttered desktop, and I'm going to go to Silo Blueprint. I stuck it in a folder so I didn't lose it, and there it is, DWS Blueprint 1565. Normally during projects those are full of all kinds of things, other sitemaps. I do multiple blogs at the same time, and so on and so forth. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and import the Silo XML file. And here is where all the madness is happening that would have taken 3 or 4 days in the old days. When website silo architecture was young, we had to build the pages by hand, and somebody had to go through and verify that everything was correctly put in place. And when the import is done, which takes no more than 30 seconds, it says silos have been configured. And that's what you're looking for. And then you're ready to go and see if how your blog imported that structure. Let's go ahead and just do a refresh. Now I've got to tell you, this is the most that I've ever imported in our tests, and the plugin is just out of beta. So I'm actually looking to see whether the Sana stuff has been imported, and I can see that it hasn't. So now I'm going to show you how I troubleshoot and to kind of go ahead and look and see what's going on. I'm going to go to the widgets area and see if that might have been the issue. Okay, it's still under MLM stuff, and I see the number of links is 10. I'm going to go to like 30 because this is a massive thing we imported. I'm going to see if it was there, if it's there now. I'm going to do another refresh, and I'm still not seeing it. So what I'm going to do is go back into this area. And one thing you can do to make sure that the Silo believes that it has, the Silo plugin thinks that it has imported those things, is you just go to settings and just verify. You scroll down in settings on this page, and you look at the current silos that it believes it has imported to make sure. And you can see that the infrared Sana kit is there, the Network Empire, the infrared Sana heaters are there, and of course it's going to be blended with all of your off-topic things. I'm giving you a demonstration only, so you would never want to mix infrared Sana with Network Empire on a blog like this, okay? So don't get confused if you're a beginner. Let's see, far infrared therapy. Yeah, so it believes these Silo landing pages are here, and it even has Sana, electro reflex energizer, and it's got multiple layers. Okay, let's just go ahead and see if those layers are there on the pages. We go to pages and we look, and you can see that the pages are definitely there. Okay, portable sauna for that means I added it just as perfectly as it was supposed to. It's just not on the sidebar. And sometimes I'll just go ahead and take a quick view of that page. And there's the far infrared therapy page, and everything that I asked it to import, including the comments, are all here. Another thing you might note it is showing on the menu structure up here. We're just not showing it on the sidebar menu, so that's what I've got to troubleshoot, figure out what's happening. And here's an opportunity for me to show you how you troubleshoot problems like this. Remember when I refreshed and I couldn't find anything? It happens all the time when you're working on web. We build thousands of blogs per month, so I had forgotten that I'm using a very special hosting service, and we teach you about this kinds of things in our members area for my WR2, my secondary blogs. That makes sure that every single blog that I have has a secondary IP address so that it's not all sitting on the same C block. Because if you've got hundreds of your own blogs and they're all pointing to your transaction sites, you want them to be on unique IP addresses. I use a service created by my friend Ben Roy that protects me, and it has a cache. And you'll probably notice this on things like W3, Total Cache, or the rest. Because he's providing me with an excellent SEO IP address service, it's not switching because when I put that many pages in at once, it caches it, and it takes a minute for it to come through. So I'm going to go ahead and, it's a bad time to do that during the video, so I'm going to go ahead and delete the cache of that domain while we're doing this. Okay, and it was, I think, this one. And we'll go ahead and manage that. This is one of the many of the hosting companies that I use. And see right here, it's just got this reset cache. When I do that, it's going to change what's going on this blog, I'm quite certain. Okay, we'll go ahead and change that over here once we delete the cache. Whoops. And of course, once I refresh the cache, you can see that everything on this blog is copaesthetic. You can see that the infrared sauna, everything that we added is mixed in there. Detoxify or die is an article. Okay, so on and so forth. And of course, there's no way that I would ever leave this as the main publishing. The purpose of this was to show you that you definitely can make multiple imports from multiple services that we offer you upstream. And all of these keywords are profitable, but of course you put sauna on a sauna site, you put MLM on an MLM site, and let's just say this was a sauna site. We would click on our top level term, it'd be sauna, and you can see that this is going to be changed to sauna home or something like that, or whatever I want the primary slug to be. And you can see that sauna pulled in a sauna video. I'd probably change the title here to welcome, probably end up being on the home page if this was a sauna site. It would probably say something like sauna facts and something like that. And depending upon what the domain name was named. And then you can see that far infrared sauna therapy, far infrared heat therapy, electro reflex energizer is all mapped and matching what it is that we brought into our blueprint area when you were designing your site. Okay, so you can see again that sauna is here. Let's go ahead. Far infrared therapy, electro reflex energizer. It mapped perfectly on to your settings in the blog, which is just brilliant. Okay, and again, I want to emphasize this as a lesson to everybody watching that this is not what's going to remain the name. Okay, you can change your titles and your title tags and even your menu structure to reflect any persuasion architecture you want, any call to action. It might be buy electro reflex energizer or 3 electroflex energizer tips. Okay, and that's all the persuasion architecture. The point is you got to get the money concepts and money terms in there first, because that's what makes you money and helps you silo that. And again, of course, you can drill into electro reflex energizer, and hopefully a video was pulled back if there is one on YouTube, and of course there is. Now, in advanced methods, I show you incredibly powerful and potentially how shall I say it? I show you very powerful methods to dominate certain niches and specific kinds of products, and by using video techniques, which I really can't talk about right here. Okay, so what I've just shown you in a rather long video is how to use how to import Kraken, probably the most powerful keyword vertical market research tool in the world, or the last keyword tool, which we have not shown you today, very similar but unique, into Domain Web Studio or Network Empire deep silo builder, because you can go much deeper in this based on your own parameters, and then how to pick out the best keywords and export those keywords following a step-by-step guide. Import your keywords, design the site, mark for publishing, build your site, export to the Blueprint plugin. Okay, we're going to skip how to generate traffic because that's in the inside members area, and then how to go directly to your blog. Okay, and we mixed up, of course, topics that shouldn't be on this site, but I'm only demonstrating the software. We'll have more demos coming up. I also let slip accidentally how I use on my secondary sites a specific service called Cloak Hosting, because I forgot to clear my cache, and that's why it didn't appear on the home page. Cloak Hosting is owned by a friend of ours, excellent SEO service that uses a very complex system to make sure that all of your blogs are on separate IP addresses instead of having all your secondary blogs on the same IP address as your money site or transaction site. This is an advanced SEO technique, of course, which we show and train members to use. All right, this has been a 30-minute video. I know it's been a long time, but I got to tell you, what used to take us tens of thousands of dollars worth of time, which is dozens of hours, I just showed you how to import all that structurally correct in less than 30 minutes. Now, of course, you got to add the articles and add your own videos if you have your own videos. But that is how the video website silo architecture plugin works. And of course, you can still use the free functionality, but when you get good, I recommend that you use our upstream services, which of course are Kraken and Network Empire Lite, which is even more affordable than Kraken. We have membership starting at only $20 per month. One last thing I will show you is on the in the import keyword data function. You can create your own, see where it says custom? You can add your own custom keyword tool. And what Matt has done here is shown a series of keyword tools that our folks like. And Market Samurai column match. If you want to create your own spreadsheet, you can export Market Samurai for as long as they remain in business. You can export them and create a spreadsheet that you can import into Network Empire Silo Builder with no problem. Okay, so you can use any keyword tool, including SEO Cockpit and the rest. Just make sure that when you import it, you match our spreadsheet layout, and you can still use the amazing keyword decision screen that has all the power indicators, including the cost of your backlinks. And when you demonstrate this stuff to clients, I have closed $50,000, $100,000 clients in less than 20 minutes by just doing this for them. Okay? All right, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please have fun with the video silo builder, and do be advised that the free version of this, which is siloblogbuilder.com, does all the same stuff that I've just shown you, except it does not import videos automatically. All right. Russell Wright from networkempire.com. I look so forward to seeing you on the inside and helping you blow away your clients in any industry niche or local niche using the methods taught by Network Empire and supported by OMG Machines. I want a special thanks to Mike Long, Dave Mills, and Greg Morrison for assisting us to make this 10-year project that's taken to build this stuff, taking it to the masses. Russell Wright from networkempire.com, signing off.